Live. 0 seconds.
Hey folks, I am the blind dude coming at you live from North Charleston, South Carolina. And the advance time is a little after 3. Apologize for being late. Takes a little bit to set up this thing, you know. A little technical issue come up, it gets a little stubborn. And Sirius is not so smart, I don't think. It's acts pretty dumb. And but it still takes a person smarter than it to get the show going. So we got the show going. Not bad for a blind person, right? And also the organization Davis Veteran Services, and I forget the title. I should say it more often. I earned it. My name is Colonel Glenn Davis. Served in the United States National Guard during the time in which back in the day it was $3 an hour to get ends meet. I decided, well, it's time to advance my pay and join the reserves, the National Guard reserves. You get 2 weeks out of the year.
Live 5 weather. Now. Commute forecast. Tap for you rain chances.
Oh,
Live.
stupid
1 minute
phone.
28
It'll interrupt
seconds.
your show, and it wants to tell you about a commute thing with Live 5. They want to tell you the weather and all. It's part of the traffic deal, which I don't mind. And I hope you guys don't either. I just hope you didn't hear it.
Live. 1 minute 56 seconds.
And I'm glad to be with you guys. This reporter has found out that there's still stuff going behind the scenes, and I'll find out more as I call my attorney from Wigger. But how do you guys feel if you was left stranded? You were blind. You had a guide dog. You wasn't picked up because of the guide dog. The guide dog is your eyes. It helps you get around. But yet cabs don't want to pick it up. They lie about her, saying she's uncapped or she'll attack somebody, and you know it's not true. You know for a fact the people that's met the dog know that it's very gentle. If she's a guide dog, that's her eyes, and she has a right to work 'em. I'm going to continue on this issue for God's eyes. This is exactly why I wrote the book. God's eyes tells the tale of how I became blind and how I met Bailey, my guide dog. She passed away in 2014, right on Santa Maya Day. And I'll never forget her. And I wrote a book coping with the grief of losing her, and I wrote it as a memorial for my guide dog, so people will never forget about her as well, and the service that she did for my deal. And I hope people buy the book, for I want people that's read it as a testimony told me that they couldn't put it down, and they was telling me the truth. And you could get it on Barnes and Noble at all stores. You get it over the internet. You get it on ebook. You could read it first before buying it. And I had a sale going on that one, and it was $6 on my part. You know I got to pay the book thing, the book publisher. Also, they got Christian Faith Publishing is my publisher. You could probably call them at 866-554-0919 and go to 3809. And my agent is Amanda, and she can give you details. It's up for a movie now because of what happened with the cab case. Now they get to decide more if it could be a movie, and maybe you folks could think it could be a great movie and call the number I gave you and put pressure on Christian Faith and make it a movie. Can I get something cold, dear?
Sure.
And I am at home. I'm getting ready to rest up for a big day, of course. I get to do colonoscopy tomorrow. I get to see the crack doctor. And he does the thing inside my stomach because there's something wrong going, and I hope it ain't what I think it is, but I rebuke it in the name of the great Jehovah. I ask you, by the way, to turn to a great church, that God is, thou art with me. He says that in Scripture. You have somebody to turn to in your time of lonesomeness, trouble, and blessed be them. Blessed be the poor, downtrodden. Blessed be the people that think about violence as the only way out and killing themselves. It's not. Blessed be the great Jehovah. The great Jehovah is Jesus Christ, God, the Creator. And He is all forgiving, all great, all mercy. Turn to Him and turn to Him and state your problem in prayer. I pray 3 times a day, every single day. And I anoint the money saying I want my veterans to have a home and to have their home that they owned fixed and ready to rock and roll for as long as they live. And as long as I live, they will be treated right, not a crappy way the VA does. Like I know the VA had a bunch of money to build a um, some kind of shelter. Did they ever build it? Not to my knowledge. When you stop a bullet for the VA, you're treated crappy. Yeah, they can pat you on the shoulder and thank you for your service. But as far as that goes, that's about it. They don't have any money to deal with. So when you stop a bullet from the VA, that's why you have so much competition. And I found out, this reporter did, that the Wanted for Warriors thing, I found out from CNN, did a report that they went on expensive trips and stuff. Davis Veterans Services is an honest, I'm a colonel in the United States National Guard. I was. I'm disabled and retired. But I know the plight of my veterans. You can trust me, for I am sincere. I am a Native American. And Native Americans, as you know, do not lie. My mom was a Sioux, I'm part Sioux. So I want to let you know that I am Indian and I do not lie. Native Americans don't. And you could trust this one to tell you the truth. Just like the dog story is a true story. I have verified by Sam's and witnesses at Sam's Wholesale, which I would give them a plug in a heartbeat, and also that surveillance cameras, when they lied to my attorney, they said they just didn't show up and wanted to write a letter of apology and a few cab rides free. Was not going to do it for this reporter. This reporter said, no, I am not taking that deal. And therefore, it will go on. And my attorney now represents me. Now she believes me, for I do tell the truth. Now I have witnesses. Now I have proof. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And I want people to also know that New Jerusalem Church is at 108 Dorchester Manor. And this portion of the broadcast is brought to you by them, for I'm letting them have free ad here. For this is my church. I go to worship it. Their phone number is 843-207-9915. And my elder Noble, say hey to her. Got Louis Porcher, say hey to him. And Apostle Prelo's the head person of the church. Say hey to her. And she is a doctor. And I do respect her as an apostle. And I know she does a great job. And I hope you all visit the church, and hopefully you all be a member. where I am because I'm blind as a bat and I don't see race or color. So I love everybody. So I know if I met y'all, then I would shake your hand and pat you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, brother, hey, sister," and talk a little bit. And if you like what you see, then go, and I go my way. But I'm a loving person. My wife can attest to that, and that I love animals and love all kind. And the story came out about a trooper and his dog. Thank you. Uh, was attacked by this guy that was chased from Missouri, and nobody could catch this guy all the way down here from Missouri. And apparently, dog serving this guy, and that's my heart. I was an MP, and I had a German Shepherd too, and it was my pal, my companion, and my protector for then, sure enough. And what they do is protect the trooper. That's their dog. But the trooper and the dog ran after the suspect. The suspect fired a gun in their direction, hit the poor dog, killed it. And that really broke my heart. And I hope this is what I'm fighting for, dear dudes, that y'all should stand with me and get these dogs that serve their country and serve their community. They should be honored just as though they was in the police force.
Zero watching now. Finish. Live. 11 minutes 47 seconds.
And I just know that y'all will stand with me and stand with me and on the issue that dogs that perish their life for their community should be honored in full burial services, and that the family of the trooper should get the American flag of both the trooper that they lost and also the dog. For that dog was his pal. That dog was almost as if his wife was riding with him on the police force. Had to take a swig. But don't worry, folks. It's not like Crown. You can't trust what Bob drinks because he still drinks. Trying to get him to quit drinking. He was smoking. Finally got him to quit smoking. I guess a lot of people got him on about that. And now we're trying to get him to quit drinking. So hopefully he'll quit drinking. Because it don't do anybody any good to do that kind of thing. Just supposed to make you look cool. But I'm just wondering how it does. You look like a fool when you act drunk. To get in your car, drive home, and don't make it, especially when you pass on and your family you miss and the children you miss and all that stuff you miss. So I'm inviting y'all to call me, and you can call the show at 1-800-478-4613. Again, the number is 1-800-478-4613. And I invite y'all to call, and know that you will. And even after the show, if you talk on issues that I just discussed, that'd be great. I'm also president of the National Federation of the Blind. I urge folks now, because we do need members, of course, there are dues. Don't let that perturb you. They're very reasonable. And also that they need help right now with donations. Please call me on that, okay? I support the National Federation of the Blind. It educates people about being blind, and it shows people that they do not have to let blindness stop them from doing what they want to do. This reporter has also found out I went to try to go to Trident Technical College to learn broadcasting as well, and they won't let me do it. They playing games with me saying that they was going to blah, 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 investigate. And there's a guy named Randy Grimes, and down there, and I've been going for the past year now almost, and they're not even doing anything to help the speech program that they have with the blind with their computer, with their equipment. I'm pretty sure it will work, but they're not letting me. Blind people are not invited to college, folks. They could do it at home or something like that on the computer and by some rip-off program. But I do believe that a blind person does have the right to go to college. People can tell me that they go all they want, but this report has found out that tech does not allow this reporter to go. So I know that other reporters, that other students over there does not, who are visual or disabled, can't go. I hope I hold your attention. I hope you all are a good audience and know that some technical issues. It takes a little bit of involvement to start streaming, and I am on live now. And if you'd like to call 1-800. Oh, I made a mistake. Excuse me. It's 784-4613. Is that right, dear?
Yeah.
It's 1-800-784-4613. Please get a note of that and write it down, please. And also that cabs now do not want to pick up myself because I am a Native American. I'm white too, so I do believe that people protest inequality and all this stuff needs to walk in my shoes still because they don't know nothing about inequality or like being left at a store, not being picked up because you have a guide dog that you have the right to work. Federal law protects her in that regard. These cab companies going to find out about that. North Area and Yellow Cab in the North Charleston, South Carolina area. Y'all might know something like that all over the country is like that. But I'm going to lay a ton of bricks on this one. They don't know what a colonel in the United States National Guard can do. This blind Rambo is going to do things that they don't even know existed, that a blind person can do. Plus, I don't look at blindness anyway. I can do anything Daredevil can do. So they don't know who they go up against. And they drew first blood. And I am getting back, and I'm going to get even. I'll put the protesters on them. Say, how would you feel if you were in the same boat? But no, you got a little car you can walk into and go wherever you could go. So how about that, folks? They can go anywhere they can go, but not a blind person. We have to depend on other people. And that is the worst thing, is depend on the flesh, for the spirit is the best thing. And do it yourself is my motto. So I found out that my spirit told me that use the show and let the people find out that my goal is to provide my wife and myself a better life, and that is to raise funding now for a vehicle. And we're opening advertising for people to come in, and we got a donate button now on the website. And the only thing we got to do now is let Best Choice, and the guy named there is Clifford. He's a great guy, and he's a nice fella. I urge people to call if you need a website. Reasonable, call 1-800-457-5058 for more info, and ask for Clifford. He is a great guy, and therefore I give him and their company a plug, for they are great guys, and they, give me a break for my service for my country. And I do appreciate them, and I hope they give me a break on this thing, because I want the donations to go to the veterans What I'm trying to do, folks, is to go to raise money and also fix the dilapidated housing situation that they have. A lot of veterans sleep in the dilapidated housing situation. We want to rehabilitate their house. The mission of Davis Veteran Services is to grant them a better life so that they can enjoy life better and not have their home to worry about. A new hot water heater, a new dryer, a new washer, a new TV, or they could watch football when football season's around the corner here with August coming up tomorrow. Um, it is a great way to enhance a veteran's life. There are a lot of and a lot of widows as well living under dilapidated housing situation because their husbands passed away. They're not getting enough Social Security or nothing to get by. And I want to step in and try to fight the fight for veterans to be able to support themselves. And also, I want Davis veterans to grow. And I would love to be able to hire a good bit of people to help drive my vehicle and also be honest with me and to be someone I could trust to drive my vehicle, park it, and drive back to their home or whatever they got to do. And then when it's time to pick me up, come back to the house and get the vehicle, come back and get the wife and myself and drive it back to the house. And every time we get somebody, they want to take the vehicle home and all this stuff. It's never worked out. They destroyed my vehicle, but they have not paid for a new vehicle or nothing. So we're stuck right now. This is what happened, okay, folks? And to be honest with you, it's we depend on other people. They destroy. This happened since I was a kid. They want to borrow my toy. I said, okay, go ahead. I work in chores and everything, folks, and pay for that toy out of my pocket. And then they destroy my toy and bring it back to me. Oh, I'm sorry, it's broke, blah, blah, blah. I just said, oh, okay, my mom got tired of it. Said, beat him up, beat him up. I said, okay, Mom. And I beat him up for doing that because it wasn't right for the kid to tear up my toy. And I got on him about it. And when he got keep his excuses, I beat him up where he wouldn't have no more excuses. I spanked him, folks. And little thing that his mama didn't do to him. But I couldn't do nothing with these because we're adults here. And I guess it's, you know, I let him use the vehicle, so I guess that would be my fault in the insurance. And at the time, I just had insurance to cover, the cheapest way to go, because the other way is kind of expensive. But next time we get a car, and I'm guarantee you folks that I will get the expensive kind, for it's worth like Liberty. I'm going with them because they have the best insurance that I'm aware of right now. I apologize for the little interruptions there, but I get dry, so I get a little drink there. And I know it's Sports Buzz, but I'm letting you know these issues to keep you informed of why we're on the air and raise money because it's expensive with the internet and everything. I need help to get Clifford and Company Best Choice paid up, okay, folks? Keep it coming, keep it coming. I need donations and I need companies to advertise with Sports Buzz. For I am a for-profit business. Davis Veterans is a nonprofit, and I would like companies to be recruited to come in and advertise to keep my show in operation. I apologize for not getting viewers, so that's what this thing says on here. And I hope to gain that viewership and people calling. Eventually you will. And I'll invite people to call me at 1-800-784-4613. Again, 1-800-784-4613. And I urge people to call. Hey, Lassie. Hey, you boo-boo. Hey, Jaja. Come here. Where you at? Oh, there's Boogie. There's Boogie. Yeah, there's Boogie. There's your boo-boo. That's a good girl. Yeah. That's a baby. Ain't another storm coming. She's scared again. You hear any thunder out there?
No,
Yeah, it's weird. These dogs are acting weird.
it's sun shining out there.
I wouldn't be fooled, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Because that's around here, when it gets hot enough, you look at the sky funny, it does this Indian war dance.
Yeah,
It'll rain too.
right.
We're having a forecast period of unsettled weather, and it's right now partly cloudy and hot. And the sun is beating on you right around here. But I think by 5, 6, maybe around commute time, it will get rainy and stormy and all that stuff. And I do thank you for listening today. And I hope you are inside and listening from a thunderstorm. And I know that's probably why you can't call. It's awful slow in the sports world. And all you got going is baseball, but the races are heating up. And they're getting hits and home runs and solo home runs, grand slams. It's getting exciting now because they want to perform well to be in that playoff situation. And I can't wait because football is around the corner. 1 month to go, September 1st, Saturday. We got 32 days left. Wait a minute, let me see if that's correct. Yeah, tomorrow's 1st. Wednesday, August 1st, tomorrow. 30 days left well, actually a month to go, and it will be 31 days till Labor Day weekend. And when that happens, I will be in front of the TV Saturday, and I will be able to report everything to you Monday. On Sunday, too, because pros should be that day. They should start anytime with preseason game. And I will find out shortly. Dolly, you need to get my radio back. Bobby is on now. Then I can listen to the old part. All right? So I'll be able to give you guys, you can listen to scores and stuff. And I can listen to him. And I know that y'all enjoy that. And I am doing the Sports Buzz at the same time. Sports Buzz is a beehive of information. It will supply everything from politics. My man Donald Trump, he makes talk easy. And he makes people mad. And I like the dude. So I respect him. I like to meet him. I wouldn't turn an invite down, folks. And I deserve to meet the president in the Oval Office and tour it and get to see him and meet him and explain my deal with our veterans. Uh-oh. Local call.
Oh, that's I know who that is.
What?
I know who it is.
Who?
I know who it is.
Who?
I know who it is.
Okay, my wife knows who that is, so.
Hello? Hello? Hi.
50 watch live 29 minutes 39 seconds.
Folks, I can end this show today. And you got issues to ponder and think about it. And I know that y'all enjoy the show. I thank you, each and every one of you, for coming on. And again, if you have a way of letting me meet the president and getting me over to Washington and meet Mr. Trump, and I know that it will be a great deal. And I can report on what I did and see and everything, and get to talk to the president about the plight of our veterans. So I urge y'all to get with the money and donate. Who is that?
William from
Who?
the home health. They got William from home health.
Oh yeah, well, what about them? They coming back?
No, he said you have to call it that.
I do?
Yeah.
That's stupid. I did call him back. Oh, that was William?
Yeah, William from.
Okay. Okay, folks. Well, I'm going to end the show. It's been 30 minutes. So I urge y'all to ponder what I've talked about. And again, I'm recruiting companies to come in and advertise. They can call. Please call at 1-800-784-4613. And I do thank y'all for listening. Again, adios, amigos, and happy trails. Bye.
One watching live. One watching now. 0 likes.
What?
Live.
Oh, 0 likes.
0 watching now.
Now it says
Live. 0 watching now. Live. 0 live. Options. Filter chat switch camera. 0 watching now. Live. 31 minutes. Finish. Button. Alert. Are you sure? Cancel. End.